Hey guys, this is Nick with North Country Armory. Today we're going to show you the assembly of our vault door crane. So what we have here is a partially assembled crane. We've already done the one leg. We're going to demonstrate the other leg, assembling that and standing the crane up. What you get with the crane, the top piece, both legs, the winch, the hand crank, the manual. I recommend reading the manual, going over that. It does come with a vent plug. I do not recommend putting the vent plug in for this application. If you are going to use the winch for another application, then definitely put the vent plug in. Snatch block, shackles. What it doesn't come with, and you need to get: ladder, sawhorses, a drill, 400 RPM or less, an 1 1/8" socket, and a hammer. So with that, let's get started. Okay, we're here to show you the assembly of this side of the crane. I've already staged the parts. One important thing to note, the winch side leg has to go on the pulley side of the beam. There is only one side that has a pulley. The winch must face out and it has to go to the pulley side. So keep that in mind. We also have the bolts facing out so they don't damage whatever you're lifting. So with that, let's get started. So we're going to pin the leg. Make sure that the retainers are in. That is very important. We don't want the pins coming out while you're moving the crane around. Okay, and now my lovely assistant will come around and help us pin the top beam. Okay, I'll have my lovely assistant come around. We're going to hook this leg up to the beam, and then we'll attach the other leg to the post. Yep. When you're handling the legs, just watch out for pinch points so you don't pinch your fingers. We've put stickers on just to remind you. That's right. Okay, we've got all the pins in, all the keepers in place. One important thing to note, make sure your wheels are locked. So engage the brakes on all the wheels. These bottom wheels I turn up just to assist in standing it up. Get everything out of the way. Okay, now we have the crane stood up. The wheels are unlocked. You can move it around. It is at the lowest setting, just to make the video easier. There is 3 more holes, so you simply pull this pin, lift your beam up and down, pin it to the height that you need. You can, in most instances, use the middle hole, and a lot of times we just set it up in the middle hole and stand it up that way. So now we're going to demonstrate the load block and the cable routing. So if my assistant would come over. She's going to run the drill. Make sure you keep tension on the cable to prevent unspooling. I have a step stool here. Simply going to route the cable up. And we're coming over. We've got the close pulley here. We use this to uncrate the safes or the vault doors and lay them down. So I'll show this. There's a shackle underneath here for an anchor point when we have loads over 1,500 pounds. Go ahead. Yep. So I'm simply maintaining pressure on this cable as she unspools it. So if you have 1,500 pounds or less, you can just hook a single line. If you don't, we're going to demonstrate the dual line. That's good. Would you hand me the load block, snatch block? So we're going to show you hooking up the snatch block. It is tight clearance in here, so you kind of got to wiggle the cable a little bit to get it to pop through. So now with this snatch block in use, there's a shackle underneath here that you simply hook the cable up to. Now that we've got this hooked up, and would you please hand me the other shackle there and the eye bolt? So now we're good for 3,000 pounds. If we're just pretending we have this eye bolt screwed into our load, the eye bolt's in the load, simply attach. Now you're good for 3,000 pounds. If you were just doing 1,500 or less, you would simply just hook this into the eye that we have anchored up there. So this gets it off the crate. Then you simply set it down. Make sure anytime you're lifting, your wheels are unlocked so the crane is not getting side loaded. And then you will lower your load down, pulling the crane over. So now have our load set down. We will reroute the cable to the center. And same thing there. Keep tension on your cable to prevent unspooling of the winch. Now we are going to simply route it over. And just make sure when you're routing this that you got it on the pulleys. We've got some guards up there to help center that. Same deal, 1,500 pounds or less, single cable, attach your load, or I'll my assistant let it out. That's good. Again, snatch block attaches the same way. If you're lifting over 1,500 up to 3,000, you simply have a shackle right here. There we go. Now you can pick 3,000 pounds, make sure wheels are unlocked, Then when you lift it, you can easily roll it around with minimal force. So that concludes it. To put it away, just reverse the way that we assembled it. Thank you.